Good evening, everybody. Noodle Thumb here. Today I've got for you this Dom IX 5kg. It's a blue belt dimple lock. Got 5 pins, rattlesnake pins, and an interactive element. I'm not good at picking this lock yet. I haven't had enough repetition on it to really kind of know the binding order and all that. So I'm just gonna follow the binders. Rattlesnake pins are weird. They give strange feedback that I am not frankly good at interpreting yet. So you'll just see me bouncing back and forth between pins a lot, testing and moving on, and testing and moving on. This round I'm going with fairly stout tension. I haven't really tried a full heavy tension run yet, and so we're going to do that and see if that's what this lock needs. It's been frustrating, honestly, learning how to pick this lock. The rattlesnake pins will feel like they're set, but they won't. The springiness kind of isn't there. When they're binding, they feel like they've got a little laxity because it's actually the outer rings that are binding, and so then when it's set, it feels like a regular binding pin, because for all intents and purposes there you're mostly just interacting with the torpedo, which doesn't have that extra little weirdness in it. So I've gotten relatively well tuned to the feedback that I'm used to, and this gives not that kind of feedback. Okay. I don't know that heavy tension was the way to go on this, but I'm going to see it through. Because my usual lighter end of variable tension was not producing results either. So we're going to see if this provides anything better. And if it doesn't, then I'll try yet another something. Okay, that felt like I launched that one. Okay, ooh, there we go. So that was a decent amount of rotation. Tells me the interactive is probably ready. I'm using this number 10 multi-pick flag for the interactive. There's 2 little ball bearings. The one in the back is the one that I need. I'm going lighter on the tension now. And I think I just let go. Yup. Shit. I mean, foul. So either I misinterpreted and the interactive wasn't actually ready to be hit, or usually I insert that way and then go to that side, the left of the ball bearing. This time I did the other way, and I think that may have been a mistake. Yeah, I think I basically pushed the plug backward when I did that. All right, well, let's do that again. I guess relatively heavy tension may be the way to go here. Lighter when I need to get under a pin, but then heavy as it starts to move. It's very different than the typical way that I pick. I tend to use variable tension and on the light side. Treating these things as, tiny mechanisms more than chunks of metal. But sometimes that's not the way that they pick. So, lesson here is do what the lock tells you to do. Lesson for me anyway is okay, there we go. Just gonna double check this and make sure that it feels the way I think it should feel. It is everything pretty darn firm. Now that I've moved the core past where these pins should be able to overset, I'm giving them each a pretty robust nudge. With my thumb hooked over it like this, my tension or control is not great. That's, again, just a feature of how I set up this particular video. But let's see if I can get this interactive. Okay. So there's that. I'm gonna go Okay, that's the first BB. Here we go, there's the second. Letting up on the tension and just rotating this flag. I should feel it move a little bit. Something is wrong. There's something weird here. Okay, baby. There we go. That felt better. Maybe. Okay, there's one. And here's the second one, and I'm just trying to ooch it. And I'm getting a lot of sass. That's what it feels like. The lock saying, I wanna, and I'm not about it. It's like I can't quite get under it with the flag. unwisely. Try it from the other side again. No, I'm not going to do that. Yeah, I am. I'm going to do that again. I'm not going to allow a lot of counter rotation this time. See, and I can't tell if that's coming from the pick or if it's coming from the bearing pushing on that little interactive element. Okay, so there's 1, 2. I'm definitely on that second bearing. Oh, and that felt good, but then it gets hung up on something. Okay, let me see if I can bully it back a little bit from there. I don't know what I'm doing that's that different from. Okay. A little bit different angle of attack. Okay. 1, 2. I'm going to try scooting my flag right here next to the tensioner. Try pushing from there. That feels a little better. Okay, no. Okay, first one. That doesn't seem right. Okay. No. 1, 2. Hello, son.
Hello, Father. How's that?
He is good. Almost got this lock open. We had wondered about you and Joel. If you skipped dinner after practice.
Yeah. Oh, he just went right and his check engine light was on. So we popped by AutoZone real quick to get it checked out.
Ah.
And then, yeah. We went to the 3D printing place to see if we could pick up our name tags. Turns out that, like, something funky was going on. So, the 3D printer wasn't working correctly.
Ah.
At least with the documents. So, they couldn't do it.
Yeah,
So,
that's
they're
a bummer.
remaking them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, there are burgers.
They made burgers. Oh.
They might be in the microwave.
Probably.
She sticks food in there to stay warm.
Yeah, it just had leftovers on the fridge, so.
Yep. Okay. Well, I'm really struggling with this interactive element still, trying to figure out where exactly I need to push. I think it's right here. I think I just undid that last pin. I think it was 5. So I'm going to dive all the way to the back of the lock first thing. There we go. Okay. Now see if I can't get this right off. I don't feel like it was this hard last time. There we go. That was ridiculous. Apologies for all that. Back and forth. I'll show you how exactly that interactive works and maybe try and get an idea of why it was ridiculously hard for me. It really, again, should not have been. But clearly it was. Alright. I'm going to change the angle of the light a little bit. And the color. Try not to get so much glare. Okay, let's get this zoomed in to where I like it a little better. There we go. Okay. No, I'm going to switch sides. Alright, I apologize. In the midst of swapping around my filming setup, hit the side button on my phone, which stopped filming. So, all of you who are watching this video with an eye toward learning how to film for lockpicking, don't follow my example on this one. This is terrible. But I do want to show you the pins in here. So, even though I've done a terrible job and continue to do a terrible job, I am going to press forward. I'm going to splice these videos together, which is not allowed. for built videos, don't technically have to gut at all for dawn points, so I'll get my single dawn point from this lock anyway. But again, kids, don't try this at home. Don't follow my example. Alright. Do shim your locks though. One piece of good advice, especially when you don't know what you're gonna find inside. Shimming is a great idea. Alright. Got that. Plug almost went out of frame entirely. So here's the ball bearings I was talking about. That one is mostly just to sit there and look pretty. This is the one that interacts with the interactive. I'll pull that pin out here in a minute. And they drilled the hole for the interactive through this red plug here. So it's 180 degrees opposite that plug. But let's get these pins pulled out. I'm just going with my flag and pushing them all. There's the ball bearing. I'm actually not going to take that out unless I do something accidental, which the way this video is going is entirely possible. Alright, key pin 1, 2, no, pushed it back in, 3, dropped it out of sight, 4, 5, this key pin 4, as you can see, is ridiculously tall, which is why it was a pain to get under on the way to pin 5. Alright. You know what? I think these are actually, they might be rounded pins. Yep, they are more than ball bearings. They're like round on the top, but they are actual pins. There we go. They actually have a little stem there. That's kind of cool. And that's going to be the same. There are some passive pins here on the sides. There's some on the bottom. I'm not going to remove those. There's nothing particularly interesting about them. And I'm tired and it's about time to go to bed, so old man is going to be grumpy and say I'm not going to do it. Alright. Also, I'm not going to take out the springs. Driver pin 1. 2, there's a anti-drill pin there. 3, this is where it gets good. It's a 3-ribbed rattlesnake. Let's see. Yep, I can take out 4. 2-ribbed rattlesnake. And then the interactive, which as I said is opposite of that red, will be on this side of the QA. can see the cup for the spring there. I'll put that over on the side. And driver pin 5, a standard. Let's see. Loop down the keyway, or down in the body. You can see the spring for that interactive sticking out just to the left of the main row. Oh, this is a decoder lock, so it's cool laser etching. I don't remember if I showed that this take. It's got the little rattlesnake on there. And close up of the pins. And there you have it. Have a good evening, everybody.